We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Locke. Got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Locke. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And the Broncos expected big things out of Jerry Jeudy, their #1 pick in 2020. But he really had to make a jump with the injury to Cortland Sutton. Almost 900 yards last year. A nice grab there.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Block off of play action. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Flush to his right. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Wilson going up top. And got his man complete. And all the way in. And touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets have taken the lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 10, Locke. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
He'll go up top here for Hamler. He's got him in, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. K.J. Hamler, 60 yards. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Barrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. We'll see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he finds Tyler Croft. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Bridgewater's throw there, complete to Hamler. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Bridgewater now. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Play action now. Bridgewater. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So that now back-to-back drive, CD, that have ended with an interception.
I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point safely through. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. KJ Hamler returning it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. He'll go up top here for Hamler. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Here's a diving catch right side. And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down. 1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on. Wilson will throw again. Airing one out for Crowder. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game. But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later? Who would that be? That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him? I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right? Yeah, I think he's doing okay. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life. No doubt about it. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A huge play there for Denver. Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. This one swung out to Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage. Bridgewater on 1st down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll make this a second down. Bridgewater to throw it. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Throwing is Bridgewater. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
He'll get that one to Carter complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. second down. It's Carter, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Trevon Wesco. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run with Bawden. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them. Perfect time to get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Berrios is going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And returning it, here's Hamler. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. He will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play fake. Bridgewater. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Bridgewater again. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Wilson to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Carter And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
From the 27, Bridgewater. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here comes Berrios. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Going for it, it's Carter. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. The extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Bridgewater. He's got his tight end fan. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now left side on the swing pass. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Bridgewater. Looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a fourth down. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Desperation time, fourth down, Bridgewater. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run out of the gun here, Williams. And he stopped immediately there. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Now Bridgewater. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
They'll go again with Carter.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Wilson to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Jets, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.